our enemies have been extremely effective in deploying words that obliterate thought. Apartheid is a word that obliterates thought. Genocide is another one. Colonialism is a third. Last night, again, in this public event, a young student, high school student, stood up and asked about Israel as a colonial state. And I had to explain to her that the single oldest anti-colonial struggle in history is Zionism. And I said, have you ever heard of a holiday called Hanukkah? It's like the Jewish weaker version of Christmas. She vaguely had heard of it. I said, well, Hanukkah is a story of a Jewish struggle against Greek colonizers. And Pontius Pilate, who signed Jesus' death warrant, was a Roman colonizer. And the Byzantines colonized, and the Mamelukes colonized, and the Ottomans colonized, and the British colonized, and the Jews opposed every single one of those colonizers. So when you use the term colonialism, I didn't say this to her, poor girl was 16 years old, but it illustrates your ignorance. I mean, what I just explained in 20 seconds ought to destroy the argument about colonization, right? Genocide, another thought-obliterating word. In a war, the killing ends when one side surrenders. In a genocide, the killing starts when one side surrenders. Everyone knows that if Hamas surrenders tomorrow, the killing ends. But if Israel were to surrender tomorrow, the killing would continue until there were absolutely no Jews in that area. So we have to, Jews allegedly are smart, and we have to deploy and think through simple rhetorical strategies to make this point to a lot of well-intended people, particularly young people, who are being exposed to propaganda with no effective retorts.